Well, hello, class. Today, we have a special treat for you. Over the weekend, I actually built a time machine, and we can go to anywhere in the world. Today, we're going to learn about trade and transportation in the Mayan culture. Okay, follow me. The time machine's actually in the roof. Oops, this doesn't quite look like this is it. Let's head back to the time machine. Whoa, would you look at that? This temple looks like the giant temple at Palenque, the Mayan place, maybe in the city of Tikal or Uxmal. They would always build a temple in the center of the city, and if you look at the very top, that's where the gods would stay. They would cut stone and have a huge foundation at the bottom. If you got close, you could see it. It's miles around. It would be densely packed gravel, and they'd have lots of stucco. If you look at the building itself, one of the main ways they keep it growing tall is with corbelled arches. Then, every 52-year cycle, they would remodel it and rebuild it. Okay, let's keep on traveling through different parts of Mayan territory. Wow, don't know how I got here, but here's a pretty famous road. They would have these white roads, as they called them, all over the Mayan Empire. And they're still here thousands of years later. Look, I'm a giant! Stomp, stomp, stomp. Anyways, as you can see, the roads are about 12 to 32 feet wide. The longest one we have in modern times is about 100 kilometers long. But they could have been hundreds and thousands of miles long, but the vegetation and things have gotten in the way over thousands of years. So you can see that there's not as many that are well kept today like this one. But they were made by keeping them about 4 to 6 feet above the ground, and if they were in marshes, they'd be about 8 feet. And these roads were phenomenal for getting people all the way across the empire. And everything was carried on the backs of slaves or in canoes. And so with canoes being a little bit dangerous in some areas, the roads were very essential. That's why you can see how important they are. And the canoes they had were 50 feet long. 50 feet! That's way bigger. Our canoes are about 15 feet today. And so I better go. Time for me to get back to Stanley Mission. Well, I'm back in class now. I don't get to explore anymore. And my accent left too. So sad. I didn't even get to tell you guys about some of the interesting things. Like, the main thing that they traded is actually cocoa beans that makes chocolate. And they've actually been making chocolate for 3,500 years. So crazy. It was a luxury good that everybody loved. And obsidian, those sweet blades that we saw in the movie Apocalypto, they've been making that for 2000 BC, for like 3,000 years. So they've been making chocolate even longer than crazy weapons of warfare. And there was merchant governors who were the ones in control of trade. So there was some people who made stuff and were pretty wealthy, but everybody else was fairly poor back then. And the major cities, like Tikal and Uxmal, they had to get their food from up to 100 kilometers away. So there was all sorts of roads that you saw and canoes and stuff that would get foods from people who would give them food from over 100 kilometers. Well, it's so sad to be back and not exploring the wild lands of the Mayan civilizations in southern Mexico and Guatemala. But it's pretty good up here too, I guess. Okay, until next time, bye-bye.